Hello everyone and welcome to Friday Favorites. It's a time where I share all of the things that I am loving for the week. Sometimes I talk about the previous week. Since it's every other week, you will find me sharing some of my favorite things that I am enjoying or that I recommend or that I've tried before and can't live without. So let's get started with Friday Favorites. It's summertime and chances are you are going to go on vacation. You might visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, which is where I have been for a few days, and I wanted to share my Friday favorites about the city and what to do. My number one favorite that happened while I was there was my daughter mentioned this, and we went to see a fairy garden. So for those of you who don't know what a fairy garden is, I suggest you go to my blog, my website in the show notes at CorrineSandifer.com. Just hit podcast when you get there, and you'll see all of these pictures of this amazing fairy garden that we found. Just in the middle of nowhere, really. I mean, it was near the airport, near Myrtle Beach. And if you don't know what a fairy garden is, you've got to see the pictures, but it's just kind of tiny little villages or vignettes, I guess, of just tiny things. It's just so cute, and we loved it. That was one of my favorites that we found, and my top favorite here at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The number two is, of course, I love seafood. I like fried anything, especially oysters, shrimp, and I don't like my scallops fried though, but everything else sounds really good. I guess shrimp and oysters and maybe something else is fried. I can't remember what the clams, but I just like the shrimp and the oysters fried. I'll take oysters any way I can get them, but at this particular place, it's one of my favorites because it gives you a great view of the ocean. You can sit down outside. Somehow, it was a smoldering hot day, but somehow we were cool in the afternoon there. They had fans going, and we just sat down and had a great lunch. The portions were huge, so we shared some stuff. And it was just a great place to go, and it's called Tydz, and it's spelled like, with Tydz is spelled like Tydz. Really cute place. I loved it. It was fun. Everybody there was so helpful and just lively, and you get to see and sit down and see the ocean and the pier. So I thought that was a lot of fun. The next thing is a place to shop. Now, I'm not a huge shopper, but I do like little tiny shops, and this one just lived up to its name, and I loved it, and it was so much fun, and it was called Hipsy Gypsy, and it's in the south part of Myrtle Beach in a place called Surfside. So I really liked it. It was just kind of tucked away on a strip mall, and cute stuff. I wish I could have spent more time there looking at all the things that they had to offer. Bought a few earrings. They had kind of funky things, tie-dye, exactly what the name says. Lots of rocks and things that were kind of earthy. And let's see what else. Funky earrings. I think I bought a couple of pair of earrings. So it was a cute shop. The next thing is my favorite breakfast, and that was phenomenal. It was at the Big Apple Bagels. And let me tell you, when they talk about big, these were huge. They were about as big as my hand almost. And my order there, or anywhere actually, any kind of bagel place that has like a bagel breakfast sandwich, is an everything bagel double toasted with bacon, egg, and Swiss. That's like my go-to thing, and I love it. Now, the double toasted part is very important. because I like it crunchy on the outside. Some of it is still chewy on the inside, and that's how I like my bagel. When I'm eating, I try not to eat a whole lot of carbs, but you cannot pass up these bagels. They're a must. So Big Apple Bagels on Highway 17. It's in the south part of Myrtle Beach. And they also had some muffins, which I did not try, but they looked absolutely delicious. So that's a good place to go. The best excursion outside of Myrtle Beach, if you're already in Myrtle Beach, if you have a day, I would totally go to Pawleys Island, which it's like maybe 45 minutes from Myrtle Beach, from the south part of Myrtle Beach. If you're in the north, it might take a little bit longer. But it's a quaint, an old quaint beach town that has really preserved its, quaintness and its small but interesting feel to it. I believe it's lots of houses, and they've been passed down from generation to generation. And this particular little beach town has a little village where they have different shops, and you can kind of walk around. There's lunch places. They have a Pawleys Island hammock shop, which is very famous. They make really good hammocks there. I would totally go for an afternoon to Pawleys Island or spend the day there. And before you leave, don't forget to stop at this inn. Now, again, go to the show notes because I cannot remember the name of the place, but I'll post it there. I'll look for it and post it. I just kind of know where it is. And it kind of reminded me of that scene from Dirty Dancing where they're in the lodge, or it's kind of like a community room, and it's all wood. And anyway, it's a little bit more rustic than the Dirty Dancing scene, but it's so cute. There's it's an inn. It has little bungalows, and it also has a sit down dinner type thing. So cute. Love it. You can also go outside, sit on the porch on some rocking chairs, and see the ocean, and it's a great place to go. You can just walk in because it's an inn, and it's also a restaurant, so you can go there. We visited there on off-peak hours. You kind of have to be mindful of where it is exactly because you could miss it because it's kind of tucked away and hidden behind some foliage and things, but it's there. So cute. So those are my favorites at Myrtle Beach. Obviously, I love going down to the Strip. And some of my old favorites, I guess, these are my new favorites. My old favorites, I believe it's called Peach's Corner. And they serve hamburgers and hot dogs and milkshakes and fries, and fun place to go. It is kind of outside, so it's kind of hard to eat there when it's super hot. They also have this amazing tall gift shop called the Dolphin. I believe it's called the Dolphin Inn or the Dolphin Gift Shop, but it's huge. 2 or 3 stories of nothing but souvenirs, and it's so much fun. I remember going there, and there was a wall filled from way top all the way down to the bottom, I would say 10 feet tall, and it had names, your name in a little bike, kind of like a license plate of your bike, right? For your bike. And I just knew it. I just knew that my name, Corine, would be up there. And I looked and looked and looked and searched, and it wasn't up there. There were so many names. I was like, oh, it's got to be there because there's so many names. It's this is not just your small, little, low inventory kind of place. They've got it all. And I didn't find it. My consolation was they had a license plate that you could buy that was plain, and you could just peel and stick your name, your letters to your name on there. So I got my name, but not as fun. But anyway, I did get that. I did get my little bike license plate. I can still remember it. Put it on proudly. It was so much fun. And I was the envy of the neighborhood because I had my name on a license plate on my bike. So it's kind of fun. So those are my Friday favorites. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for being a great listener. Please let me know if you are listening. Drop me a line either on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. Let me know that you're listening and that you love Friday favorites.